Pradhana to start the session. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Mannado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Traitatiram originator, sensational writer, Hindu virtue donor, the emperor of spiritual kingdom, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwarlu. We are learning Traitatiram Bhagavad Gita, interpreted by Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwarlu. We are learning Daivaasura sampadvibhaaga yogam chapter, which is the 15th one from Traitatiram Bhagavad Gita. Last week we learned 6th Slokam from that chapter. That Slokam is talking about Daiva Asura Gunas, divine and demonic qualities. In the world, two kinds of jivas, which are Daiva and Asura, take birth. I have said about the matters of divine and its dispositions. Now I can say about the Asuras. Listen to me. So in this Slokam, Swami explained very in detail about Devatas and Asuras. So divine qualities, the people with divine qualities and the people with the demonic qualities. All Devatas and Asuras both exist on the earth itself, and we came to know complete detailed explanation here, and we came to know about three kinds of designations: Vishnu, Ishvara, Brahma. They are based on the power of wisdom. So highest power of wisdom person is called Vishnu, next Ishvara, and next Brahma. Whenever the person who occupied the Vishnu position, whenever he completes his wisdom, so whenever he is completely filled with wisdom, so then he is going to get liberation. After that, that position is occupied by somebody who got the highest wisdom power in the world. So the designations are permanent, and the persons who are occupying those positions are temporary. Once it's all based on the wisdom power. They have different designations. So that way we learned about the Devatas and Asuras and their qualities. Okay, based on their qualities, they are categorized into two, Devatas and Asuras. And also we came to know that the demons who have devotion of dark passion is nothing but tamasa, disposition, division of disposition, think that they are the real devotees. So in the 7th Slokam he is going to talk about demonic disposition of rationalism. So there are some people who have demonic disposition of rationalism. He is talking about them in the 7th Slokam. Let us see the 7th Slokam. What is he saying over here? Pravrittincha nivrittincha janana vidurasuraha na saucham na picha acharo na satyam teshu vidyate. So what is this meaning of this slokam? The demons do not know even the birth or death of man. They do not have either cleanliness or course of conduct or truthfulness. This is what Bhagavan is explaining about the people who have the demonic disposition of rationalism. So in the 6th Slokam, God explained about the two kinds of people, Devatas and demons, Devatas and Asuras on the earth. But from this verse, he started telling about the demons. So he explains about the demons in this Slokam. So those demons are of many kinds. From this Slokam onwards, he will be explaining about many kinds of demons. So here in this slokam he said about the rationalists and atheists in the 7th slokam and in the 8th verse respectively. That means he is talking about rationalists in the 7th slokam and about the atheists in the 8th slokam. So in the 9th slokam he is going to tell about the both rationalists and atheists together. So in this verse he said especially about the rationalists. So rationalists should be counted as demons on the earth. So whoever say themselves that they are rationalists on the earth, they are counted as demons on the earth. So the rationalists who are asuras, so they are termed as asuras, they do not know the birth and death of a man, and they will not have cleanliness, course of conduct, and truth do not exist in them. They do not know what it is at that moment of hearing. So when we say like that, people whoever hear about the rationalists, they will ask some questions. So we need to go in detail to know the answers to those questions, and the questions will be like this. There are many rationalists exist on the earth. They are the more intelligent than thieves on the earth. So, but you are saying that they don't know birth and death of a man. There are many doctors with a designation MBBS, MD exists on the earth. How come they don't know about birth and death of a man? Is it believable statement? Is it untruth by saying that those who have cleanliness do not have cleanliness? So they will be very clean. So they will be washing their hands very neat. They will be taking bath and they keep their body very clean. How come they are not having cleanliness? So and also those people they keep the rationalism as their chief argument, say that they are revealing the truth to the society in the name of truth, verification of truth, searching for truth and for propagation of truth. Is it right statement to say that those do not have truth or they do not know the truth? Okay, how the word of Gita is true? So that those who are practicing up to last do not have the course of conduct as they made a system for the rationalism, and in accordance with that they are regularly practicing without breaking the order. See, in this verse it is appearing that truth does not exist by arising so many questions. Like that many questions arise, right? So yet if we see deeply, we need to go in detail and know deeply all answers to the questions. So then only truth will be revealed. So let's move forward. So there are many people to survive themselves on the earth. They do take care the works what they have to do in the society. Some people choose the in order to do the work, they should know speciality in that work. That means they should know knowledge of that work, how we can perform it, and what kind of method we have to follow, and the interest on the work combinedly make them to finish the work. So every work is to living life only. In order to lead the life, every work is needed. So there are so many different types of works available on the earth to survive. So some people, whatever the work they do, they are complying by the law. They are abide by the law. Some people, whatever the work they do, they are against the law. So those who do theft, they will have skill in that work and method of doing that, they know how to do that, and they will have a lot of interest to do such kind of work. So like that, if there is a coolie or daily labor is there, so he know the discipline of doing the work, he knows the skill of doing that, he has the skill, he has the system of doing that, and he will have interest to do that one. So though there are two persons doing two different works, one work is abide by the law, another work is against the law, the government will leave the person who is going according to the law and according to the legal code and doing the work, but the one who is not complied by the law, abide by the law and doing against the law, government is going to punish him according to their law. So some persons oppose dharma and some persons are complied with the legal code. A punishment exists in the external government's legal code. So every country they have the legal code. According to that, whoever behave against that, they will be punished. Similarly, we have the internal government, so that also has the legal code called dharma. So there is a punishment exists according to the dharma itself. So if a thief does the theft with more interest, so what happens? He got the discipline in doing that, he got the skill in doing that, but the government code does not agree. The government's legal code does not agree whatever the thief does, and even though he has much discipline, skill and way of doing the thing better than the coolie, but government does not agree the thief. In the same way, though the rationalists are practiced for the welfare of the society, and if they got the very good discipline and they follow that according to the accordance with the manner, so according to the system they set up, they will follow. They have discipline, they have much more interest to do that, but the God's dharma does not agree them. So even though they did very better, but they don't, but the God does not agree, God's dharma does not agree. Though they all are doing the works for their livelihood, yet the science of law says how some persons are respectable and how some persons are culprits in accordance with their work. See, according to the work, government is going to respect the person who is following the law. Government is going to punish the person who is not following the law. In the similar way, though rationalists and believers of Atma are doing for welfare of the society, so the science of Gita is called them asuras and suras. So rationalists are called asuras, and the believers of Atma are called the suras according to their work. So there are some extremists in the world, they don't agree the laws of government and they go against the government and they kill the people and do lot many wrong things, right. So since it is an extremism is against the law, government what it is going to do, it is going to punish them. So though they are working with a discipline in accordance with their doctrine without caring their lives, yet government doesn't agree and the government is going to punish them. Similarly, so like the extremists, the rationalists are there, right? They don't agree the God and God's dharmas. They argued that rationalism which is followed by them is the right. They may argue like that. Though they are following their doctrines, if truth exists in their methods and if they are practicing well, but Bhagavan declared that their doctrines, their truth and their manners are against the dharma. So let's come to the real matter. So in this Shlokamu, Bhagavan said that man's birth and death is not known, So the rationalists do not know man's birth and death. So here a question has arisen whether it is true or not. For that, reply can be seen. A living person knows the knowledge of 5 matters, right? The 5 matters of the world with the 5 senses whichever we have. So the limited knowledge is known by the limited organs. So the organs are only going to provide 5 kinds of matters: whatever you see, whatever you listen or hear, whatever you smell, whatever you taste, and whatever you touch. Except those 5 matters, nothing is known to anybody. These 5 knowledges are only known to a ignorant or a scientist. So even if he is a bigger scientist, he can't know beyond these ordinary matters. So if there is something exists which is not known to our senses, so that is called beyond the senses. It is not visible to the senses. So for example, if you see 2 pieces, one piece is iron, another piece is also looks like iron, but it is a magnet. It is a magnet. So magnet will have magnetic power, but we cannot recognize that. So its magnetic power is not known to even to the eye, ear, taste, touch and smell. It's not known. So the invisible magnetic power is known by another method. When we do an experiment, then only it will be known. So whichever is not known to our 5 senses, so we need to do an experiment with the help of the 5 actionable organs. In this course of action, there will be 10 senses participating to identify the matters which are beyond the 5 senses. 5 actionable organs, 5 sensible organs will participate in the experiment and reveal the matters which are beyond the 5 senses. And that method is called the experiment. But all the matters are not known through these experiments. There are the matters which are only known by the yogamu or unification. That matters which are not known to the senses can be known by either experiment or yoga. 5 senses are the matters related to the nature are known by the experiment, but there are the matters which are not known by the experiment, which is called the yogam. So some persons may ask us about the difference between the experiment and yogam. So when 10 senses participate and reveal the matters which are related to the 5 elements is called the experiment, whereas when we reveal the matters of the matters which are beyond the 5 elemental thing, that is called the yogam here. So with the experiment, the invisible magnetic power, its density and its magnetic area can be known. In accordance with the experiment, tools are needed. For example, subtle insects which are not known to 5 senses, we use the microscope to identify the viruses and bacteria. They are such a small. So those are the matters related to the external world, which are the which belongs to the 5 elemental nature itself. So in the yogam, what happens? If we take the matter of yogam, the matters which are not known to the senses can be known. In the yogam practice, body should be made without having any connection with the senses of perception and senses of actions. So when you do yogam, there is no participation of the 5 senses of actions and 5 senses of perceptions or 5 sensible organs. So 10 physical body parts are not participating in the yogam itself. So in the yogam, in the experiment, what happens? Anything that is connected with the nature but that is beyond the senses is known. Nothing can be known that is related to the five elements through the experiment. So the matter which is beyond the whole nature without having any connection of five elements can be known through yogam only. In the yogam we are going to know about the Jivatma, Atma, Paramatma, which are beyond the senses, which are beyond the five elemental nature. So they won't be known to experiment, whatever the experiment physically we do outside. So all the scientists, what kind of things they are doing to know is they are doing the experiment and knowing only matters. They are belonging to the five elemental nature only. All the doctors who know the physical science, they will know only about the physical body and the inner parts, its diseases and the remedies only. So those doctors who opened the heart and did the surgery, they did the brain surgery. Likewise, they did so many things. They cut the body and they pierce the body, see all the body parts and functionality, how what it is happening and everything. But they cannot know the jiva inside the body. They don't even know about the atma, which is spread whole body itself. So that is why they don't know about the life and death of the Jivatma. So in this verse they are described as not knower of birth and death. That's why God said they don't know about the birth and death of the Jiva. And here in this Slokam, God mentioned that Shaucham. Shaucham means cleanliness. So cleanliness means we should not think that the cleanliness is about the body, cleaning the body 2 times a day and cleaning the hands and sanitizing his body. That is not the true thing here. Cleanliness means, is it to your body or is it to you only? Are you the body? So you need to check yourself. You are not the body. You are different. Your body is different. Where do you exist inside the body? You should know. So cleanliness means, so the jiva, he is in the dirt dispositions. So he got attached to the dirty of dispositions. All the dispositions are called dirty. So he is attached to that. He is not cleaned from that. How can you say he got the cleanness? So once he comes out from the dispositions and he is in the portion of Atma, so he is called the cleaned Jivatma. He got the cleanliness. And he doesn't know what is there inside the body. And that is why he said the rationalists do not have truth, do not know the truth. So he knows only the external truth, and he can exhibit the boards saying that we reveal the truth. Yet he can be called not knower of the truth, even though he does physical world, external world related things, and he reveals the truth, external world related matters, but he is not called the knower of the truth. Likewise, one who resides in the body is not known his code of conduct. His code of conduct is doing the yogam, but he is not doing that. And he doesn't practice anything, then he is called, he does not know the course of conduct. He is not achari. He is not called the achari. One who doesn't know the coming and going of jiva and has the dirt of dispositions, one who doesn't know the inside truth and the customs and practices, though he is the king in the world, he is asura. Even though the person rules the entire world, he amasses huge authority, though he is called Asura, since he doesn't know anything about his internal body and who he is and who is not clean, who doesn't know the truth, who doesn't have course of conduct. He is called Asura always. That is all about the 7th Slokam. Let's learn about the 8th Slokam in the next week. Let us do Mangala Prarthana and end the session. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodhatmanam to everyone.